Reggie Jackson is a household name in baseball history, but look at his career totals and you'll find a specific number that seems to belong to a much worse player. Jackson struck out 2,600 times, the highest volume in baseball history. But we filter out those misses. We focus on the home runs, ignoring the record-breaking volume of failures he racked up to get there. That selective memory is dangerous. It creates a psychological straitjacket where people become so terrified of losing that they refuse to even attempt greatness. We watch elite chefs, filmmakers, and athletes, and we imagine they were born with a natural, effortless talent that they never miss. But the truth is, legends are not people who avoid failing. They are individuals who have optimized how they process it. Every major pursuit begins with the same grueling stage, enduring systemic rejection by industry gatekeepers. In the music industry, that means walking into every single label in the city and having every single door shut in your face. For filmmakers, it's being told that film school is a dead end, because historically, 0 students from that program had ever managed to land a job in the movie business. To survive that phase, you need a specific mindset. You have to use a what-do-they-know approach, relying entirely on your own internal gut feeling over external feedback. But that internal belief has to be backed by a mechanical engine, a sickening, disproportionate work ethic that replaces the myth of talent. Muhammad Ali operated by this rule. Back in the 70s, he was asked how many sit-ups he does to prepare for a fight. He didn't count them. He only started counting once the physical pain set in. For Ali, elite effort was a mathematical output triggered by discomfort, not motivation. You find that same mentality in every discipline. Inside the octagon, the 8-sided competition cage used in mixed martial arts, success belongs to the person still working while the other guy sleeps. Early success isn't a gift of genius. It's a brute force mathematical equation where extreme, painful effort eventually outpaces the rejection. When you put in that volume of work, you are guaranteed to hit a massive proportionate volume of literal failures. Thomas Edison is the definitive historical data point for how this works. In his laboratory, Edison conducted exactly 1,000 failed experiments before he achieved a single working prototype. Following a dream through that many failures leads to a very specific, devastating destination: rock bottom. Curious, but rock bottom is actually liberating. It isn't fun, but it strips away the fear of losing. When you have nothing left to lose, you finally have the freedom to try everything. That loss of fear is what led to Edison's 1,001st attempt, the single data point that changed human history. To Edison, failure was never a reflection of his own worth. It was merely an aggressive, necessary data collection process required to find the right answer. To move forward, we have to change how we define what it actually means to fail. Most people get trapped by a simple logic. I tried, I failed, so the universe is telling me to quit. But the true definition of failure is different. It only occurs at the exact psychological moment you decide you no longer want to pursue the dream. As long as you are trying your hardest and iterating based on the painful information you receive, you are still mathematically on the path to success. You have to accept that you will fail 1,000 times. Once you willingly embrace that, the psychological straitjacket of fear simply shatters. This framework works for anyone. If a kid from a council estate, public housing in the UK, who lived in 17 different houses can reach the absolute pinnacle of his field, then the math is universal. Greatness is not a gift you're born with. It is the conscious choice to outwork your own inevitable failures until you finally succeed.